Good morning, everyone. This is Chairwoman Sean Patterson Howard. Today,
Hold on a minute.
oh, it says it's streaming.
All right, and it says it's still preparing, but maybe it is.
I had an okay live stream. I don't know if it went through.
Yeah, mine says.
It's live. Go ahead.
Good morning. Hold up. Good morning, everyone. This is Mayor Sean Patterson Howard. It is Thursday, August 29th. The time is 9:57 a.m. And I call this meeting of the Industrial Development Agency into order. Can we have the roll call, please?
Sorry, unmuting. Chairman Patterson Howard.
Virtual.
Controller Morton.
Present.
Mr. Johnson.
Present.
Miss Vanderpool.
Present.
We have a quorum of 3 present at the meeting and 1 virtually. That is a legal quorum to proceed.
Thank you so much. Can you please proceed with the agenda?
Sure. So we have one matter on the agenda today to consider whether or not we will retain a company to demolish the building located at 217 South 4th Avenue. There's a history here of the building half collapsing. It's been reviewed by our building department, our engineering department, outside engineers also, and there's a recommendation for demolition of that building. We've received 2 quotes, one from Capital Industries Corp for the amount of $248,000, and the other from FDL. Let me get the full name if I can, if someone has it there.
FDL Management Corp.
Management Corp. And their quote was for, I believe, $235,000.
No, they have 3 different quotes. You could read A, B, and C if you choose, but they have 3 different pricing structures.
Right. One is a general demo, one is for one of the asbestos issues, and one is for another asbestos issue. I don't have that in front of me now. Julie, do you have that by chance?
So I can read it.
Okay, you could read it, Ms. Mack, Director Mack, or Julie, either one.
Okay, the 3 different pricing structures for the general demo is $187,255. For the asbestos treatment, with also air quality monitoring, $233,165. And then the final option, also asbestos treatment and air quality monitoring with a greater focus on containing the potential spread of asbestos particles, is the amount of $278,350.
So I just want to make sure it's much clearer than what it's being stated right now. So the first one is non-asbestos for 178,000.
Correct. $187,255.
And that's non-asbestos. Option B is regular asbestos, and that is for how much?
$233,165.
And the third option is for friable asbestos.
Correct. That's $278,350.
Okay. And so option C, friable, is the equivalent, because we're again talking about apples to apples. And so Capital's number for friable asbestos is what?
$248,000.
Okay. I just wanted to be clear that we were comparing the same level of asbestos service. Okay. Are there any questions?
Well, for me, unfortunately, I just got this today. What is the recommendation? So I guess I'll ask the building department. in terms of the asbestos removal, what needs to be done?
We have to treat the site as an asbestos site with a fireable asbestos. So both company has the same scope. They are gonna treat it with a fireable asbestos material. They are gonna make sure the site safety measurements will be taken, and there will be some hand demolition on the corner with other building where the other building is attached. So our recommendation as the building department, we should focus on the proposal price. Well, whoever is proposing the law, board should consider that.
Well, yeah, obviously,
But
because
both company, they are capable of handling these type of big scale demolition jobs.
okay, so sometimes pricing isn't the only consideration. So the assumption for me is, of course, anyone who's gonna do all of the legally compliant stuff as it relates to asbestos, that's a non-starter for me, right? It has to be that. Are there anything, do you have a recommendation for either of these particular companies for anything other than the price that we should consider, the lowest price that we should consider?
I check both companies. They do have licensed asbestos removal person within the company. So both of them has good quality equipment and personnel to do the job. So we do not see any difference between two companies. From our point, the
Okay.
price is the only option.
So I know we're familiar with Capital and their ability to do the work.
Yes.
The other company, are we familiar with the work that they did, or did we seek references or something?
They have done similar jobs within other neighboring municipalities. They also work with building department, City of Mount Vernon Building Department. I do not have experience with them. I do have experience with Capital. I was on the job site for a couple of their demolition jobs that they did in here, Mount Vernon. But we confirm with other cities and building commissioners that FPL is capable of handling these type of big projects.
Right, and they were formerly Queen City and
Yes.
done other projects in the city before.
Yes,
Okay, so all things being equal,
yes.
I don't know if there's anything else we need to consider. If all the things are equal, then we would go with the lowest price, obviously. I don't know if anybody else has any questions.
I know
Yes.
both of them have air quality monitoring and testing, but
Yeah.
that's them. The city would still have to do our own independent air
Yes,
quality monitoring and testing
Yes.
to ensure their compliance. You
Right.
know, and since that's a cost that we're gonna have to get, that's gonna probably add a few more thousand still on our end that is not gonna be a part of the bid. So I just wanna also make us take that into consideration that, there is gonna be some additional expense that is not incumbent upon the contractor, but will be incumbent upon the city. And that we
Yeah.
also consider that when making our decisions.
yeah, so that's absolutely correct, right? So we do have to do a third party monitor. How we're gonna handle that? Did we try to?
I mean, we have a third party monitor
Yes.
that we used the
Oh,
last
okay.
time. I'm just saying, when we're talking about quality, when we're talking about experience, when we're talking about, everything being even, I just wanted to make sure that the board knew that the city or the IDA, preferably the IDA, would still have an additional cost, right?
Right.
So if there's cost savings in one or the other, that cost savings is going to allow us to take care of the cost of our third party air quality monitoring.
Yes, ma'am.
And do we have any idea what that additional cost is going to be?
The last project, we spent around 10,000. I expect a similar type of payment that we have to do for the air quality testing, but it might be more than that, or less than 10,000. We have to check with them.
But that's legally required to have a third party.
That needs to be done by us. Yes.
Okay, we have any idea how we paying for this?
The IDA has funds. It's the IDA's building, right?
Yes.
It is the IDA
Yes.
still?
It would be through the IDA.
It would be
Has
the
it?
idea.
Okay.
You know where we got money to pull from, what? Not it.
Well, I guess we're taking a recommendation from the treasurer
Or the assistant treasurer.
or the
Are you the
assistant.
treasurer, the assistant No, he's the treasurer for IDA and assistant for URA. Okay. Have to remember all these different boards.
I know, yeah.
No, I just want to make sure we know that. So it means that we are talking about basically taking money from our money market, I guess, right, to do this. Right?
Yes.
And
We have to do a vote for that, Treasurer Morton.
Well, when we do
Transfer
the
money
vote,
over,
wow, do we have to,
do what?
to do a transfer?
transfer money over to, no.
No,
I mean,
I don't think
well,
we have-
we will have to do a resolution to pay it when we go pay it, and we can do that then. I mean, basically, but right now, I mean, if we approve to demo it with that, then we're approving, we're approving to accept, what are we doing today? We're approving to accept the bid and enter into contract?
I think so. Yes.
Correct, yes,
What is the
there'll be
request?
a motion to accept, assuming we're going with Capital Industries Corp. Of their bid of $248,000 for the demolition of 217 South Fourth Avenue. And to enter into a contract with them for the demo. And that'll be the resolution, assuming you're going with the low bid.
So when the resolution's back for us to pay it out, you know, the transferring of money if need be from one account to the other will be a part of that resolution. Or at least it should be, right? That Julie and Garage will be.
Yeah, the building department should, or the engineering department should provide us with updates. They'll have requisitions for the payment. And then those will get approved by the IDA board. And then the money can come from whatever account is necessary to pay it.
And we should just note that it should be carried on as a part of our balance sheet, kind of as it pertains to a liability to this, right? Because
Yes.
this point, right, we need to make sure, especially if we start to talk about any types of development that happens that involves this parcel of land, that, you know, we have to take into consideration what our costs have been.
Correct.
Agreed.
Is there a motion?
Which, Darius, you said capital.
Capital Industries.
But the bid I
is
have is, which one are you looking at? The one I have is 235,000?
Oh, yeah.
There was-
No.
Here you go.
Yeah, the amended one. To read
There's
the
an
minute,
amended, Ryan, there was an amended one yesterday that came in that added on 3 add-ons, which was $248,000, which would be work performed will be as friable asbestos project, special spread grass seed on the site, and install fence around the perimeter for 248. That way we're comparing the FDL proposal and capital were pretty much the exact same.
Okay, so I make a motion that we accept the proposal for Capital Industries Corporation in the amount of $248,000 to do the demolition for 217 South Fourth Avenue.
Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so that'll be a unanimous vote of approval for capital. We will then work with the building department and Ms. Mack to finalize a contract for execution by the chair in the next couple days.
Okay.
I believe
Thank
that's
you,
the only-
board, for ensuring that this public safety hazard is being addressed. And then lastly, before we adjourn this meeting, just very, very quickly, for the public's edification, because there's so much misinformation out there. Stop and Shop, who entered into a long-term lease with the property owner, which has changed several times, has made a decision to move out of Mount Vernon. As the leaseholder, they went out and sought, I guess, the quickest remedy or whatever would benefit them, to get out of that lease or find a sublessor, which would help to defray their costs. They have chosen, Stop and Shop has chosen to go into a lease agreement, a sublease agreement with Food Bazaar. The city of Mount Vernon, upon finding out that Stop and Shop was looking to leave that location through the IDA and other divisions, did engage Stop and Shop to speak to them about their decision to leave, what we would like to see replace it, and even offer to work with them to find the most appropriate sublessor. ShopRite did not take advantage of that. They chose to go into an agreement with Food Bazaar. We already have a Food Bazaar on 3rd Street here in Mount Vernon. Definitely wanting variety, understanding that we have a variety of residents with a variety of, nutrition palettes as well as income capacity. Expressed that we would want more of a top level grocer in that area. Stop and Shop chose to go with Food Bazaar. And so as of now, we will have Food Bazaar. We will continue to engage Stop and Shop to see if we can get a grocer that has a larger variety of food offerings and that has better price points. Food Bazaar prides themselves on serving under-resourced communities and neighborhoods. Mount Vernon has some under-resourced neighborhoods, but as a community, as a whole, we have a very diverse economic, our residents come from very diverse economic backgrounds. And I believe that with the economically diverse backgrounds that we have in the city, that we do deserve a grocer who could also speak to all tiers of our economic diversity as well as our purchasing preferences. And so we will move forward but this is what we're left with at the time. We do not have any understanding that Food Bazaar on 3rd Street will be closing. We just know now that they will have 2 locations in the city of Mount Vernon. I can say I'm not excited about that at all. Like I said, because we have much more than under-resourced neighborhoods, but this is where it stands right now, and we will continue to go forth to find a better solution for our community and better offerings. And please know that we will, be visiting, looking at their prices, looking at their offerings, looking at the quality of the foods that they're providing our residents, and we will be closely monitoring that. So I just wanted to give that update to the IDA board. Okay.
Or a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Member Johnson, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
Motion
you.
passes. Thank you all.
Everyone have a great Labor Day.
You too, Mayor.
Thank you, same to you. You.